What's up guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to share with you what we are filming today. Before I get into it, I have something really cool for 20 special people. Listen, I've blown up a lot of businesses' social media pages just like these guys, and I'm giving away all my secrets to exactly how I accumulated millions and millions of views for them to the first 20 people who smashed the link below. So what are you waiting for? Let's go get some views and let's go make some money. Boom! After spending the past few days with the all-new Chevy Trax, for $26,000, you actually get a lot of car for your money. Let me show you what you get. First off, this car is actually really good looking. I'm a big fan of this cacti green paint, and they actually have a lot of different color combinations that make this car stand out. You have this beautiful LED light right here, but your actual headlight is down here. Really nice design element. I like how they separated all this. Reminds me a lot of like a Chevy Camaro in the sense. I also like that part of the grille. They have that cacti green going all the way through. A nice black Chevy badge, and the black grille really adds to the look of this car. They also give you really nice wheels, especially on a car like this, black mirror caps, and when you go around to the back of the car, these taillights are pretty good looking as well. Overall, I mean, listen, you don't buy the car just for the looks, but it helps that they made this car look really nice if you're going to be spending the money. They continued that theme on the inside too. I love these black leather seats. I love this piping and stitching all throughout the car. And they even matched the air vents and dashboard to that stitching as well. Overall, really good looking interior. When you climb inside the car, you'll notice that there's this beautiful leather wrapped steering wheel, and it's heated as well. You have really nice looking dashboard. This screen is ginormous. It's very clear. Kind of reminds me of an iPad. Same thing, you have a digital gauge cluster here as well. Overall, adding these small things to the car make the car feel a lot more premium, especially at that price point. You also get a ton of features in this car that you would normally find in cars that are a lot more higher up. For example, automatic headlights, you have blind spot mirrors, you have a heated steering wheel, you got this awesome wireless charging pad, wireless Apple CarPlay, and a sunroof. It's really nice to see that car manufacturers are starting to put all these premium features in cars that don't cost a lot of money. I also love the fact that Chevy is keeping true to old school cars and giving you an actual gear selector. I can't tell you how many cars I get in nowadays that have this electronic gear shifter, or it's a knob or a button. It's really nice to have just this old school feeling in this car. The back seat is really spacious too. I have a ton of leg room. I have a USB-A and a USB-C port. Nice view of that sunroof up there, and overall just a ton of room. I mean, really nice place to be back here. This car also has a ton of trunk space. I mean, I have a lot of stuff back here right now. I like that they give you this extra area over here and over here. It's very helpful, and they even give you a cargo shade, so when your trunk is closed, you can't see into the trunk. Yeah, it's a manual trunk, it's not powered, but you know what? It's a good trunk. Now, while there's a lot of really nice things about this car, there's a few things that really bug me. For starters, let's talk about the tech. It's a beautiful looking screen. However, it is so god-awful laggy. I mean, look what happens. Every time I click a button, they have these really weird animations going on the entire screen that just slow it down. I mean, we're in 2024. We really shouldn't be having screens that are this slow. And honestly, it even affects the backup camera. Check this out. If I put the car in reverse, even the cameras are extremely laggy. And it's not very safe. I don't know what GM is doing, but they need to do something. Look how slow that is. They need to do something about the speed of the screen. I don't know if it's all software. I don't know if it's hardware. But maybe just get rid of the animations and it'll be a decent screen. I mean, the screen itself looks beautiful. It's high quality. It's got a lot of definition. It reminds me a lot of an iPhone screen, but man, the lagginess, I'm not a fan. The next thing that drives me absolutely nuts on this car are the buttons on the steering wheel. Now listen, most cars you have buttons on your steering wheel to control your volume and your media. Not here. The only things they give you is this up and down, and then you could click it, and then you could click media here, and all it does is basically ask you if you want to change your source. Then if I click the button and hold it down like you would think, you hold it down for a few seconds, nothing happens, and then it asks you if you want to change your gauges. I guess pretty cool that you could change the looks of your gauges, but honestly, I would much rather have these be my volume controls and next songs. Because if I want to change my music or change the volume, I have to reach all the way over here to this tiny little knob right here, which is pretty distracting. It takes your hands off the steering wheel, or if you're using Apple CarPlay, you're fiddling around with the touchscreen instead of looking at the road. Honestly, I wish they would switch these buttons up. The next thing I'm not a huge fan of is the materials in this car. They have a really nice steering wheel. They have a really nice seats, but it feels like everything else was kind of a second thought. For example, the materials on the door are very scratchy. Same thing down here. They have nice leather here where you'll never touch, but everything else kind of feels plasticky. I know it's not a premium car, but when you put attention to things like the seat and the steering wheel, but nothing else, it leaves you wanting a little bit more. I mean, even up here, it's just, I don't know, it's just not the best quality of materials. And I would kind of expect more considering this car's competition has really stepped up their game. And the last thing I'm not a huge fan of with this car, and it's a small thing, but it kind of makes a big difference. The sound the doors make when you close. It's not all that premium, and this lock sound, listen to this. I don't know, to me, it just does not feel premium, especially when a lot of cars in this segment feel a lot stronger and have nicer noises to them. It's just the little things in my mind that I think car manufacturers, if they work on things like that, it's going to make the overall experience of owning this car a lot better. Behind the wheel of the all-new Chevy Trax. This car is actually really nice to drive. It drives more like a sedan than it does a SUV. And if you're someone who doesn't like driving big cars and you're intimidated by big cars, this car is actually pretty perfect for you. The height that you're sitting at is lower than a lot of SUVs that I've been in lately, and the steering input, it really feels like you're driving a sedan. Power-wise, it's actually pretty quick considering what it is. It's not, oh my god, fast, but it's not slow either. It's just enough power to pass someone on the highway and have the confidence knowing that you're not going to crash. The ride quality is pretty decent too. It handles bumps really well. It's fairly quiet in here. The tires are, you could hear them a little bit. You don't have thick glass like you get in higher end vehicles, but that's okay. Just turn the radio up a little bit and it's a-okay. The steering input on this car is pretty precise. I like it a lot. The transmission shifts pretty quick. Overall, it's a decent ride quality. I mean, is it going to blow you away? No. But is it a bad place to be? Not at all. I would even say this is a really nice car to take on a nice long road trip. These seats are really comfortable, it drives really nice, and you get really good gas mileage and decent power. Especially if you compare this to the outgoing Chevy Trax. The previous generation was far from premium. It didn't really ride as well as this car does, and look-wise, it just looked very basic. It was a car that you bought if you needed a car. And I really think Chevy hit the nail on the head with this new redesign. It looks nice, it drives really nice, it has a lot of creature comforts. Overall, I think they brought the quality of the Chevy Trax up a whole lot compared to the other one. Overall, pretty solid car. Are you gonna blow your friends away by owning this car? No. But if you're looking for a nice car that has a lot of creature comforts without breaking the bank, the Chevy Trax is a really, really good choice. But I want to know what you guys think of the Chevy Trax. Would you buy this over the competition? Do you think Chevy nailed it with this new redesign? Let me know in the comments. If you want more videos like this, you know where to click. I have something really cool for 20 special people. Listen, I've blown up a lot of businesses' social media pages just like these guys, and I'm giving away all my secrets to exactly how I accumulated millions and millions of views for them to the first 20 people who smash the link below. So what are you waiting for? Let's go get some views and let's go make some money. Boom!